right, guys, welcome back to Downtown Rams. As always, I'm your host, Alexis Kraft, joined here with my co host, Jake Ellenbogen, and we are continuing with our 2022 NFL Draft Prospect interviews. And joining us on the show right now, we have running back Sincere McCormick from the University of Texas, San Antonio. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, we're excited to talk with you. And just starting off, just want to ask you, what age did you get into playing football? And, when was it that you knew you could play in the NFL one day?
It all started when I was 6 years old. My mom decided to put me into a football program, a little peewee out there in San Bernardino, California, where I was, kind of at the moment, but I was born and raised in Long Beach, California. I was an active kid. I was always playing and getting into something. So my mom decided to put me into football. She seen that, I love to run around. So I got in there. And the first thing was they was like, okay, he's fast. So look, I'm going to put him at running back. So then they put me at running back. And I tell you, when I got the ball the first time I got hit, I started crying and not want to play no more. I was like, I quit. I'm done. My mom was like, get your butt back in there. And then afterwards, so I didn't want to get hit. So I used my speed to my advantage, ran around the boys and scored a touchdown. And that continuously to happen over and over. And then my mom saw a future, and I saw it too a little bit. I'm a young age, but I really love football. After that, she was just practicing with me, going through, what I need to learn, what I need to know. She's still trying to figure out herself. So we both trying to learn, but she was out there in the backyard with me saying, you got to take the handoff like this. You got to run them over like this. And, after that, it just began my career in football.
That's awesome. That's really cool. And, growing up, did you watch football? And if so, is there any player that you looked up to or was your favorite player?
Yeah, I actually grew up watching football. My uncle was a huge Dallas Cowboy fan. I grew up watching Tony Romo, remember Marion Barber, them old cats. My favorite player, personally, the GOAT, Tom Brady. Me and my pops, we, used to watch New England since I was little. He used to tell me all the stuff about him. But, Tom Brady is someone I grew up. Reggie Bush was a major part of my growing up because that's somebody I kept watching over and over and over and over again, kind of out of my game after, a little bit here and there. But, those are two people that I say that I kind of look up to, and those are my favorite people.
Now, Sincere, what would you say was the deciding factor to playing at UTSA?
Mostly, Frank Wilson, he gave me a future. He showed me what I could come in and do, and he showed me like the floor plan. Like he gave me everything I need to know as far as the knowledge of the game. I'm in San Antonio. I went to Judson High School. The community loved, UTSA. And, I was like, why not just stay home? I'm not from here, but it was home to me. I began to, get familiar with a lot of people in the community. I was out there at, events and stuff like that. So the community is really behind UTSA. And I saw the future at UTSA once I got there. I wanted to change the program around, and that's kind of what I did over the years. Me and a couple of other guys like Rashad Wisdom, Frank Harris, some of the guys that's from the 210, just sat there and got together and wanted to change the program around. So that's pretty much what brought my attention because I wanted to make a name for myself and my family.
Yeah, and for an incoming recruit, maybe who's interested at playing at UTSA, how would you pitch the school in the football program to them?
I'll pitch it like this. It's somewhere you can, make your name notice. There's opportunities to play everywhere at every position. The community loves you. Honestly, everything we just got, recently just was built. New weight room, brand new, locker room. We got everything you can access, like at another P5 school. And that's kind of what it's becoming, like turning around to becoming like one of the P5 schools. And I think once they get there and they see that, it's going to change their whole life. Plus, the community, the relationship they have with the coaches, and they're well connected there.
I like that answer a lot. I definitely think that is certainly a pitch you want to see, that a school like UTSA is starting to build up their program, not just from, the outside, but the inside. And so I definitely like, your answer there. But just wanted to ask, obviously playing in college, you go up against all sorts of colleges, all sorts of talent, and plenty of competition. Is there one player that does stand out to be the toughest guy that you've gone up against?
Let's see. I mean, we had Owens from Illinois when we played against this past year. He was one of the toughest DNs I went against because I always had to see him on the edge. I mean, sometimes I had to take on a block against him and get him down to the ground, and I'm only like 5'9", 5'8", and taking on a 6'2", 6'3", 200 and whatever, pound DN. But he was a threat to our offense, and that's the person that stood out to me.
And, looking back at your career in college, is there a favorite game that you played in?
Western Kentucky, the championship game. I mean, that's the game we won. That was the game that, that was the first championship game, first championship for UTSA. That's my favorite game. I rushed for 207 yards that game with 3 TDs, and we won the game. So that was one of my favorite games to play in.
Yeah, it's definitely not half bad. I would say that program has been rising, and you've been right there in the epicenter of that. So, congratulations, obviously, on all your success and the program success. I look forward to seeing them continue to go up the rungs. But, I want to ask you, in your opinion as a running back, what would you say is the most important trait to have when manning that position?
Vision. You need to have vision. You need to be able to be decisive in making your cuts, being able to see a hole and thinking, 2 steps ahead of your opponent, because without that, you're never going to be able to get past the first level defender. You always got to watch out for the hitter that you don't see. I mean, that's very important to, the running back position, because without that, you won't be nothing, honestly.
And looking at yourself, what would you say is your biggest strength as a player?
Like it's decision making, being able to, contact balance, being able to fight for extra yards. Those traits that I carry is something that's gotten me here. Honestly, that's something that I know teams love about me when I be talking to them. And my ability to pass protect, that's the most important. Going into the NFL, got to protect that $1 million quarterback, and that's something that teams love to see.
I absolutely agree with you there. Now, what is one area of your game you're looking to improve on the most going into the NFL?
We're going into the NFL. We got to block 6'4", 255 linebackers. So I'll say the correct way to fit them to get them down. Not pretty much anything else, because playing running back, I think running the ball, it should be second nature. I mean, that's what you've been doing all your life. But most importantly, I say the correct form to block a 6'4", 255 linebacker, running full speed at me. I mean, that's a monster right there. So I say my blocking technique.
Kind of leads into my next question. Who are you most looking forward to facing in the NFL?
That's crazy, because it's like I'm gonna be starstruck because I've been watching them all my life. But honestly, either offensive defense, or it doesn't matter. It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I have to say the Rams, Aaron Donaldson, and the corner. I can't remember his name. Why can't I remember his name? Number 5.
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the people that I'm looking forward to face against at the next level.
Tough guys to face.
Yeah.
For sure.
But it's going to be fun. I mean, exciting being able to be in that atmosphere, especially just watching them, growing up. So, like, just being there, being around them, I mean, it's going to be, something exciting for me.
Well, that in a way kind of leads into my next question. So I wanted to ask you if you have spoken or had any sort of contact with the LA Rams.
No, that's the funny thing. That's crazy, because I'm from California. I haven't had no contact with them. I mean, I've spoken to 27 different teams when I was at the NFL Combine, but I haven't spoken to them yet. I mean, probably they already got their guys or whatever it may be, but I will would like to talk to them one day, but no, I haven't spoken to them.
Well, what's interesting with the Rams that we've learned over the years, talking to these prospects, is that quite often they will draft guys that they never talk to during the draft process. We've seen it many times. So we like to ask the question, but it doesn't always mean that the Rams don't have their eye on you. They very well might. But who knows? You'll do great wherever you go. We hope it's, maybe with the Rams, but we'll see. But just to close this out here, in your own words, who is Sincere McCormick as a player and who is he as a person?
As a player, outgoing, I'm enthusiastic, I bring the energy. I have a level to the game like no other. I'm a team player. I love the game of football. It's always brought a lot of joy into my life. Off the field as a person, I'm a cool, laid back, like to hang out with my friends. Chill type of dude. I'll go bowling, I'll go, we'll go paintballing. Sometimes we go skating. I'm very family oriented. I like being around my family, playing dominoes, card games, whatever it may be. Get on, do a little karaoke night sometimes with my family. But that's just who I am off the field as well. The person, I'm genuine, I care for others and I always think about others. Today's my uncle's birthday. Took him out, got him a nice little pair of shoes and a jersey and his favorite cologne, just to set his day. And I always love making other people happy, and that's the thing about me.
Well, that's awesome, and that's such a great answer, and I love that it's a detailed answer, all the way to dominoes, cards, bowling. I love it. That's exactly what we like to hear. But to wrap this thing up, we like to kind of go off the gridiron a little bit and just ask you for some recommendations because Alexis and I, we listen to plenty of music. We eat plenty of snacks. That's more so her, but and we really like TV shows. So we're gonna ask you to recommend us a TV show, an album, and a snack.
Okay. TV show. Ozark, that's what I've been on. I mean, everybody been watching Ozark. That's something that's interesting to me. Snack, I'm a Kit Kat type of guy. I love Kit Kat. And you said an artist?
It could be an artist or an album.
J. Cole, can't go wrong with J. Cole at all. J. Cole, off top.
All great answers. J. Cole's great. Ozark, I haven't finished. I've started it.
You gotta finish it. You gotta finish it.
I know. I'm hearing it gets better. I think my problem is I start it and it starts off really slow and I keep stopping it. So I need to continue on with it because it'll get better. Is what I
hear. You gotta keep watching. It's very interesting because I know some shows start off slow, but it does get better. Trust me. But you gotta watch it.
I know I do. I've heard great things. So.
And then Kit Kats. I mean, come on, that's classic.
Those are great.
Can't get a Kit Kat. Can't go wrong with a Kit Kat. I mean, Kit Kat. I mean, growing up, I wasn't too much into candy like that. I don't know why. I just wasn't. But Kit Kat, I fell in love with it. I don't know. Kit Kat. Can't go wrong with a Kit Kat bar. Y'all know about Chance the Rapper? I mean, he promotes Kit Kat bars. So.
Yeah, you're right. You can't go wrong with Kit Kat. They're always great. But thank you so much, Sincere, for coming on the show. We're really excited to talk to you. We know it's a really busy time, and the draft is not too far away. So very exciting. We know big things are in store for you. Whether you end up on the Rams or somewhere else, we will be fans of you and definitely stay in touch. But stay healthy, stay safe. Draft's coming. I know it's an exciting time. So we're excited for you and we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you having me on the show. And I hope you have a good rest of the day.
You too, Sincere. It's been a pleasure, man. Take care.
All right. Take care.